Hi, my name is Joe Lee. I'm the chairman of the Board of Trustees at Malachi House, and I want to welcome you to our 33rd annual benefit, a birthday bash for Malachi House. As you know, it's been a very difficult year this year, having to deal with the global pandemic. So we had to do this bash on a virtual basis. But to everybody out there, I want to thank you for your support and let you know that next year we'll do this in person. So I've served on the board of Malachi House for about 23 years now. And when I think back to the idea that Khaki O'Neill had 33 years ago, I think, what an amazingly novel idea at that time. To invest in and fully fund a home for the dying poor. I can't imagine how many people told Khaki that that would be a terrible idea and that it would never get off the ground. But here we are 33 years later, and it's more poignant today than it's ever been. That is an example to all of us, particularly in this very difficult time. Khaki, thank you for an incredible idea and for all the inspiration, and I look forward to many more happy birthdays at Malachi House.
Happy birthday, Malachi House. My name is Judy Gazul Hilo, and I'm proud and honored to be the Malachi House Executive Director. We always like to start at the beginning, especially when we have a birthday today. For 33 years, Malachi House has served the homeless who are terminally ill, and it all starts with our co-founders, Father Paul Ritz and Khaki O'Neill. This idea started because Father Paul Ritz at St. Malachi Parish saw people dying at his doorstep, in abandoned cars, underneath the bridges, all by themselves, with no one to hold their hand or to be with. And from that concept came the idea of Malachi House. And so he enlisted a special person from his parish by the name of Catherine Khaki O'Neill. They said, we have to build on this. And so how did we do that? We knew we could do better. And so we expanded in the late 1990s so that we could serve 15 residents at any given time with a beautiful groundbreaking and a butterfly release. So here we are, 33 years later, serving our mission, and we will continue to do so, even in the hardest of times. We've had hard times before, and we will continue. With your support, we are so grateful to each and every one of you, and we can't wait to see you soon. Thank you. On behalf of our co-founder, Catherine Khaki O'Neill, I would like to share a few of her thoughts on love one another. Dear Malachi House family, this unprecedented year has challenged the work of Malachi House as we celebrate the 33rd birthday. This celebration will be hosted virtually, another first for Malachi House. I am certain the challenge will be met with the same generous hearts who have always cared for its mission. Our virtual event this year will include honoring all of our volunteers, with special recognition of Jim Gulick and Jim Bears and their many hours of loving service. The year has been a very difficult one for many, and Malachi House is very grateful and appreciative of anything you can do to continue its mission. Thank you, and God bless the Malachi House family. Khaki O'Neill.
My name is Emily Shoemaker-Chupp. I'm the Events and Marketing Coordinator at Malachi House. I came to Malachi House in January of 2020 as the volunteer coordinator. Unfortunately, I was not able to spend a lot of time, just about 2 months, with the volunteers in person. But their impact at Malachi House was immediately noticeable. Anytime someone would walk through the door, they could feel the warmth and the love in the house, and that's because of the volunteers. We miss them so much, and we can't wait to be back together again. Instead, we'll celebrate virtually. This year, I am so pleased to announce the Volunteers of the Year, Jim Gulick and Jim Bears. Congratulations to you both. We appreciate your dedication and support. Thank you, and happy birthday, Malachi House.
Oh, sure, Jim Gulick. And I've been in Cleveland since 1935, 85 years ago. Went to St. Therese School in Garfield Heights, Cathedral Latin High School, and Western Reserve University for undergraduate and graduate programs. So I'm born, raised, cultivated, all in Cleveland, Ohio, a wonderful city. My first introduction to Malachi House really was when Father Paul was assigned to St. Teresa's Church in Garfield Heights. Mother went to Mass every day, and she was always telling me about this wonderful priest. She really loved him. Then he got transferred over to St. Malachi Church, and I got to know him that way, in that I used to go to Mass there every morning, 7 o'clock Mass, and then go across the bridge to work. So I got exposed to his philosophies and his wonderful homilies. So I had that in my background. Then we moved into our current house, actually 25 years ago. Turned out I'm living next door to Khaki O'Neill, one of the founders of Malachi House. Khaki was always talking about her volunteer work, and it was wonderful work, helping so many people who were really in need. Their health was such that they weren't expected to live for more than 6 months or so, and they needed real good physical and spiritual care. So Malachi House provided that for them. And now and then she'd say, "Jim, you really should volunteer." It seemed like a good idea that I should do something in retirement. But the Malachi House opportunity kept becoming present in my thoughts. So I went down one time and introduced myself. It just sounded like a wonderful way to return to Cleveland and do God's work on a voluntary basis. I've been involved with Malachi House just over 15 years now, which amazed me when they told me it was that long. I never made a mental note of when did I start. I just started and kept going. But because of this virus that everybody is contending with, Malachi has had to tell the volunteers that they can't come in. I really miss it. Every Monday morning I get up and I'm accustomed to going down to Malachi House. And after all this time, you get used to that pattern in your life. So I miss it. Maybe selfishly, that's what I do on Mondays, but I also miss the people. Being involved with people who know they're dying, but happy because they're being so well cared for, is a most unusual experience. And you don't just stop going down there and forget them or forget that experience of helping those people. There are people who have had a lot of bad experiences in life, their health, their economy, whatever it is, and they're so happy being cared for and not having any of those kinds of worries.
My name's Jim Bears, and it's been a privilege and an honor to partner with Malachi all these years. My story starts as a young Catholic boy, growing up on the east side of town, Catholic grade school, Gilmore, a Catholic high school, and then University of Notre Dame, where I gave consideration of being a Catholic priest. I was an adopted child. I never knew my biological family. It's been a great life that I had, being adopted and into a great family and such. By the grace of God himself, that I got into a great family, but for that, there go I. Got involved with various kinds of community service along the way, and then a number of years later, after my college days, it was the Lenten time frame, and I made a phone call to the Malachi Center to see if they need any help down there. They said, yes, we could use help mentoring teen kids and tutoring and that kind of thing for about 10 years. And then in 2004, there was kind of a sea change in my life. I looked to pursue something a little more serene, maybe a little deeper. In my prayer time, it kept coming up, maybe hospitalization, ministering to the infirm, that kind of thing. Just a different volunteer effort than with the teen kids. I called the volunteer coordinator, and I had a meeting on that very first Saturday of January of '05. I had a tour and whatnot, and I started the next day doing dishes and washing floors for the house. It took an evolution from there, and the history has been great over the last 15 years, but that's how I got started at Malachi House. When I first came in, I was expecting something different than what I observed. First of all, the house was super clean and so joyous with the staff and such. I could feel that God's finger was on this house in a very unique and special way, and that was really felt and observed from day one.
Happy 33rd birthday, Malachi House.
Happy 33rd birthday.
Happy 33rd birthday, Malachi House! Woo!
House in Cleveland, Ohio. We're the Merry Plowboys. We're shouting out these greetings to you from our pub, the Merry Plowboy, in the foothills of the Dublin Mountains here in Dublin, Ireland. I'm Dermot. This is my friend
Donald. Hi, everybody.
We just wanted to wish you guys a very happy 33rd birthday. Fabulous to think you've been doing that wonderful work for so long. We're really looking forward to seeing you guys again as soon as all this nonsense is over. We'll see you early next year, we hope. And in the meantime, big happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Malachi House. Happy birthday to you.
Good cake.